With football far below expectations, Paris Saint-Germain was defeated by 1-0 by Bayern Munich on Tuesday night, 14, at the Parc des Princes Stadium in Paris. The result leaves the French team in a delicate situation as they must beat the opponent in the return game in Munich to advance in the Champions League. The defeat has the potential to exacerbate a crisis for the Parisian team, which comes from a series of defeats in domestic competitions. PSG were eliminated from the French Cup by archrivals Olympique de Marseille and lost again in the French Championship to Monaco last Saturday. The fans and directors were counting on a victory against the German team to guarantee a new dynamic for the team and remove the fear of a new early elimination in the Champions League, the absolute priority of the Parisian team. With Mbappé in reserve due to recovery from an injury, Paris Saint-Germain struggled in the first half. The German team totally dominated the game, occupying the spaces. With a high marking and with a compact football, he inhibited the Parisians' ball outputs. Neymar and Messi struggled to get along and the team's two great hopes had a lackluster performance. Despite the extensive control of the field and the plays, there were few effective chances for Bayern to score. Coman is the executioner again in the second half. PSG came back with a change, Kimpembe in place of right-back Hakimi. Marquinhos was improvised on the right side. Bayern also came back different, with the entry of Davies to replace João Cancelo. With that change, Kingsley Coman was moved on the right and the strategy paid off. At 8 minutes, the French striker took advantage of a cross from the left and without marking, opened the scoring with a low shot. Coman was once again the executioner of his former team, as he also scored the goal in the league final against PSG in 2020. It didn't take long for PSG coach Christophe Galtier to make two changes to try to change the landscape of the match. Mbappé returned to the pitch after recovering from an injury and became the fans' hope for a reaction. With him, Fabian Ruiz entered to reinforce the midfield. The team became more offensive and gained a new rhythm, and PSG finally arrived with a dangerous goal by Yann Sommer. Mbappé evened the match after a rebound from the goalkeeper, but was offside. The Frenchman scored again in the 37th minute, but the goal was again annulled after VAR confirmed that winger Nuno Mendes was offside in the move. Bayern, on the other hand, confirmed their technical superiority on the field and created several chances to increase the scoreboard with aerial and counterattack moves, but stopped in the good defenses of the Italian goalkeeper of PSG, Donnarumma, who avoided an even wider scoreboard for the opponent. With the result, the Parisian team will have the difficult task of reversing the result in the return match, in Munich on March 8. For that, they will need to count on the efficiency of their famous, but lately ineffective trio of strikers.